Hello dear time travellers, welcome back to the Geek Round Summary. I'm Eric Gallagher and this is the Geek In Books. This week I'll be talking about a book I've wanted to review for quite some time now. It's by Chuck Hogan and Guillermo del Toro and it's called The Strain. Okay, so The Strain is a really interesting take on vampires, okay? In a way, I believe it's kind of managed to recapture some of the horror and unease and fear that we've haven't seen in a vampire story in quite some time. What Del Toro and Hogan have done here is they seem to have managed to make vampires scary again. I will say that there's a chance of minor spoilers for this, so you could continue on here, but if not, I do recommend you read the book. Okay, so F works for the CDC, and from this straight off in the story, we can see that he loves his son, he's divorced from his wife, and he's trying to make the most of it with his son. What happens is he ends up having to go to work because of a mysterious plane landing. A plane goes dark, it lands, everybody inside the plane is unconscious or dead. They don't know what's happened, and they think it might have been some sort of disease might have caused this, or it might have been a biological attack or something like that. So he's been sent in to check out the plane. It's creepy, it's dark, there's no signs of life. This is unsettling, and it's written so well. Now, even as a reader, you have an idea that this is a horror story, something is bound to happen, but it's just such a slow burn. So you've got a virus breaking out, the chance of everybody getting sick, and then people do start getting sick. And F kind of uncovers that something's happening, people are going through a change. We come across another character, Gus, who's kind of like a gangster. And again, a very likable character. He's flawed, he's not doing too well. He's redeemable, but he's not the nicest character you come across. And he ends up, saving people, fighting off these vampires who just at this stage just seem to be people with something wrong with them. They're not, they're as creepy. They'd be as creepy if they weren't vampires. If they were just people, it would be as creepy. But the fact that they are vampires and that something isn't right, it's just unsettling because the humanity is still there, but it's not. It does get a little bit cliched when they throw in another of the main characters, which I actually still very much like. Professor Setrakian, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. He is a survivor of the Holocaust. Yeah, okay, fair enough. And he was in one of the concentration camps, which was tormented by this giant vampire called Sardu. And he remembers him, he knows all about him, and he figures that it's this particular vampire that has landed in New York to take over New York, and he's the only, again, he runs a little pawn shop, again cliched, he has all the special vampire knowledge that they kind of need to survive, again cliched, but he develops a really good rapport and a really good backstory in the way it's told with the rest of the characters. It's, I suppose, if you were to think of the book as a film, it's like I think everything kind of happens off camera. So what we're actually saying is the real horror is not known. The real horror is the silence, the quiet, and it's just unsettling. I mean, it is absolutely one of the creepiest vampire stories I've come across. This is a short, I want to make this video short because I don't want to spoil such a good story, and I hope I haven't already gotten to the point of spoiling it. I highly recommend it, and I recommend giving it a watch, and let me know what you think in the comments. If you give it a read, apologies. You could give it a watch too, actually. In this case, we could. And I recommend this book to any horror fans or any vampire fans, or literally if you just want something creepy to creep you out. Okay, so thanks for watching the show. I hope you've enjoyed what you've watched. If you have enjoyed what you watched, feel free to subscribe to the channel for more videos. Okay, so till next time, catch you later.